That smell. Looks like infected did this. How many do you think it would take to bring down a moose?
Young Pharaoh, dickhead. Hair tip of the day. Don't shower with too hot water. Use conditioner. But anyway, today we're gonna talk about what I think that the new secret infected will look like, type of deal like that. I know that other YouTubers might have beat me to it, but my prediction might be different from what you might have seen, so stick around and let's find out. But first, I want to thank you guys for the support. As you know, I frequently upload highly edited content on this channel and I spend hours in front of my screen editing. Well, a company took note of my content and asked me to review a product that they felt would be suitable for me. This is not a paid review. I did get the product for free, and down below there's an Amazon affiliate link if you want to help support the channel. But here's my quick 1-minute review. So this is the BenQ screen bar. It's a monitor lamp that helps with screen glaring and basically is meant to ease eye strain for people who sit in front of their screen for long periods of time. I've been using this for almost 2 weeks now to make sure I properly take my time to form my own opinion. It's real easy to use with just snapping it onto your monitor and plugging it in via USB. It has a light sensor that automatically adjusts the dimmer, but you can also adjust it manually along with color temperature with how much blue or warm light you prefer. I personally prefer the warm setting, as blue light can make it harder for some people to sleep, and I have a tendency to sometimes edit at night. I would recommend this product to people who game, study, edit, and basically spend a lot of time on their screens and experience fatigue. You've got 3 different varieties of this lamp, one for laptops, one with a desktop dial, and the one I'm using with touch settings on top. That was not my walkthrough footage, by the way. I was just testing different facecam layouts. But right off the bat, I think that this secret infected, it will be a big, like a huge tank type deal. Like, I think it's gonna be a human type infected that have been infected since like from the beginning that the cordyceps hit. I know there's been talks of animal infected ever since 2016. But I think it's still gonna be human. Like, I have a feeling it's gonna be like a rhino like looking type. It's gonna be human still. Like, let me explain. So like the fungus, it grows all over the brain, right? It goes, yeah. Imagine it keeps going like a big ass, like a bloater shambler, and it weighs its weight down, the front weight, because you got so much going on front. So it weighs it down, and then it gotta go on all 4s. You feel me? This is a drawing I didn't. If I had time, maybe I could have done a sketch or a drawing on paper, but this is how I imagine it to look here. This is my recreation of the brain with the hem and the hey in the hem and the who. Yeah, you get my point. And I think that this infected will have a special reveal and a perfect opportunity for a set piece reveal for this new type of infected would be the train station. Like, imagine this thing charging you in like a tunnel, like a subway tunnel, right? Where you can't really, you're stuck in a tunnel and it's flipping train carts over. Woohoo! Imagine, you're in the train station right here, right? Things, yeah, you made a commotion or whatever. Then you hear thumping noises in the distance. You're like a galloping thumping noise. It's getting closer and closer. Then you hear a roar, like a big ass that one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can already imagine it, bro. I'm calling it. I am calling it, and I know that, like, I've done a bunch of big brain predictions, and I have a feeling that at least some of them will come into fruition. If none of my predictions come into fruition, I don't even know, man. But if most come into fruition, guarantee people are gonna say, oh, you looked at the leaks or whatever. But yeah, I feel like if this doesn't happen, it would be a wasted opportunity. But basically, you have train cars flipping over and you gotta run like a chase scene set piece, right? And you, like, imagine that you can't really kill this thing. You can only slow it down with, let's say, Molotovs, bombs. Like, if you shoot it, nothing. That would be, oof. And imagine what would be great too, while it's chasing you, right? While it's chasing you, you gotta run in the train station. It's like a tunnel. You can't really, do nothing else but run. So imagine if imagine if it spits out, like, some way, somehow, like, not throw as a blow, like, because it would be on all 4s, but like, let's say this, like, yeah, what am I doing, man? No, you get my point. All 4s,
head leaning on the ground, but it can hear you, it can like echolocation, I don't know, whatever the fuck, and it can shoot like far, I don't know, it got like spore sex, acidic sex, and it can fire that at you while you're not like but like once in a while, so that when you run, you know what I'm saying, you don't just run in a straight line. You gotta use the new dodge mechanic, big brain, and you're getting all these acidic spore clouds, whatever the fuck, thrown at you. So how would I imagine us getting out of this situation if it were to happen? Maybe somebody in our gang bites the dust. So I think that Maria's gonna bite the dust in the cabin. Ali's gonna go, but it's gonna be like maybe people will join her up with her. Dina, I don't think, bites the dust in the cabin. So if Dina doesn't bite the dust, she's going with Ellie. Jesse's going with Ellie, and Joel's going with Ellie. At some point, Ellie will be solo. Maybe Dina doesn't bite the dust in the cabin, or maybe Dina bites the dust in that set piece. Joel, he would be too big of a character to bite the dust in that set piece, and maybe that's why Jesse leaves Ellie. Big fucking brain. Big brain. Holy shit, I can see it. I can see it. Train station, all of our gang with each other. This new infected type, you get a big ass set piece reveal, you're getting out of there. You can't really kill it or whatever. Maybe it destroys itself. Like, let's say it knocks over like concrete or whatever. Like, yeah, it's so big that it causes like the tunnel to collapse, a train tunnel to collapse. And in that rubble, maybe then Dina gets caught. Oh. And then Jesse's like, I want what you wanted, not at what cost. I'm out of here. Then just Joel and Ellie, and then Joel's like, what are you doing, kiddo? We can't do this. And then Ellie's like, fuck off. Ellie goes solo dolo, and then we have the rescue scene and the thing. If you've been with the channel, you've seen it. I'll cover it again in my ultimate prediction. Another thing, I don't think this is gonna happen, but it was a thought in the back of my head. But the roar is too deep. It doesn't support it. The roar we heard, it supports a big ass infected. But a thought that I had in the back of my head is, what if we have kid infected? Like, oof, that would be so dark. We've seen Sam, right? But what if younger, like toddlers, like they're so fast that they can jump, they can jump wall to wall or whatever, and you gotta pop up quick or else, oof, that would be too dark. I don't think they're gonna do it, and the roar doesn't support it. And also from what I know, I think it's possible for animals to get infected, but I still think it's gonna be like a human type, because I would rather want that, like a human that has been infected since early stages of the cordyceps. Like imagine 20 years, 20 plus years. It would blow. I imagine like a bloater chamber, like and then. But to summarize, I think that this new infected is gonna be like a big tank type of deal that's gonna short you. I think it's gonna have a special reveal, maybe like a set piece, and that you won't really be able to kill it. And also what would be great if you're not able to kill it is that you would feel this like, oof, I hope that I never run into one of these again. And if it's like a boom boom boom, I don't think we're gonna, I only think we're gonna see it once. Yeah, because it would be rare to see maybe infected that has been 20 plus years. But you'd still have that that anxiety of shit, I couldn't do nothing to it but to slow it down. I never ever want to run into this again. You'd have that like in the back of your head, you'd have that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, I think how we get out of the situation, if it's a set piece reveal in a tight spot, is that it will maybe destroy itself in some rumble, knocking concrete over. And maybe it's a possibility that somebody bites the dust there. Bro, my brain is so oof. I'm gonna be a little bit upset if my Maria thing comes into fruition. I'll say that because that was very obvious. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Now what about yours? Like, share, sub with the bell if you're new. Whatever you want to do, and learn to survive, and I'll see you when I see you.